November 13th, Saturday, 2021. Now, this comes on, I don't watch this type of programming, but as I'm flipping through the stations, this comes on. This is an area of law enforcement I'm not familiar with. It says, I think that, I don't know what town that is, but it says police department. But anyway, so it goes into this like bullpen area, or at least that's in the movies, TV land, that's what they referred to it. And this guy comes on and he's like, now this, I mean, like, again, I don't know if they put this stuff on to hype up the public to be hyper vigilant, but then they go looking and they get twisted in their storylines. Because here's the thing, I'm in my living room. This man and his career field is being filmed and coming through the TV and explaining to me his point of view. In his point of view, he says that somebody in his line of work, or he doesn't say where the lead came from, but something with the whatever says that some woman, something about Satan, and I'm like, see, now this is where humans get into trouble. Because they misread situations. They now have this hyper vigilant, like everybody watches a TV, everybody has a TV and a remote, and they become law enforcement of other people, which becomes really scary, and some rogue autonomy and built-in stacked system of, I don't know, a neural network. But watch this one, because if I'm just a TV director and I say, okay, so here's the scene. Woman's inside of her living room. She's watching a man that was taped on his career field in a legitimate production as something called a television show. The man says something about Satan and that he's investigating some kind of homicide. That's his life. If people like that misread something that, or mistranslate something, the woman who's doing a health piece about the state of consciousness in this cognitively dissident area called New York State, based on other pieces that have been put and presented by the humans, it gets confusing. Now watch this. Because they know their job function. The public doesn't. Who protects the public from them?
Detective Chris Brown from the Adult Sexual Assault Detail tells Nora about a case that may be linked to the homicide.
Suspects are ripping her clothes off. She started getting mad because she was screaming and fighting. She tells me that this person, before sexually assaulting her, says, "I've been sent here to kill you. I'm the son of Satan."
Now, this is what funds them and their craziness.
If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis.
They're peeling off their skin and changing the nature of things. That's what that means in their advertising campaign.
Don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
Over 100 million Americans have a low credit score. Self is a new way to build credit that doesn't require a credit score. Plus, Self helps you save money every month and it reports your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. Download the app today.
I don't even know what this is or who invested in it, who's selling it. My credit score, however, has been horrible because for me, the ability to find money and opportunity in a respectable manner has been incredibly difficult with this management, whatever, on television.
Like Valentino, Chloe, and Dior at up to 70% off retail price.
Now this is something called guilt. It looks like the counterfeit ring of the costume designers of old Hollywood were such a respected profession. They had people, gilded people that hand sew, like tailors and seamstress. It was an honor to have someone who could design and fulfill an order in peace. Same thing along the same lines as craftsmen with furniture. In the 20th century in New York, there's none of that. It's this guilt and counterfeit manufactured crap that nobody knows where it starts from, but by the time it gets to you, it steals your freedom away.
Shop daily sales before they disappear in a flash. Visit Guilt.com today.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more yard work, teamwork, long walks.
Game on!
That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks.
Now that sounds like, right in open daylight, asthma, ASTHMA, is a weather pattern manipulation diagnosis, and Dupixent is how they completely evaded the authorities.
Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function or better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, and don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Here's to all the DIYers and new recipe tries.
Now, here's an interesting thing. See, that show, I mean, I'm sure that they've gotten real murderers, real people off the street. There's a level of that that is very needed. But when they decide to gang up and collect evidence against all the wrong people, or totally innocent people, which I've had things happen in a pushed, forced way, that's when it becomes dangerous. This is my flag, and this is my criminal justice system that I'm working on and within in order to keep myself in a biological safety zone at the moment. I also accidentally reminded myself about this source of income. They used to sell VHS, DVD, CDs, and they used to sell vinyl records and music, so you could self-play. Now they did away with that. I mean, this is part of this e-commerce takeover that's such a problem that I did not want to opt into. I bought CDs, I bought DVDs. I liked having a tangible collection that at any time I could play, and I didn't have to go through a streaming service. Nowadays, everything is on something called a stream, STREAM, and it becomes very convoluted. I don't know how they're funneling the proceeds. I don't know how, I mean, I feel like my health, safety, and welfare has been compromised. I don't feel that in century 20, 2 decades plus 1 year, that my gender is being prioritized. I mean, I can see in my vortices, in my one individual problem, that I'm not being held as a priority, but that's been since century 19 plus 7 decades plus 8 years in this push to take away. It used to be, I think, that you pay for something, and then there's royalties. There's sales tax that goes to the state, and then there's royalties that go to the umbrella portion between outside and inside. I thought that's how it went, or that's how the humans explained it at some point. But I don't understand with the streaming service how they're taking care of that, and I don't understand why they're dismantling this and almost like that one commercial, it's almost like they take off the skin and they just put a new skin on. It's dangerous. There was things that the old skin knew that needed to be protected and that could not be spoken about. But that's into that magic physics realm of the invisible, and the weather around your body is this magical system that interacts with your biology through pressure, through a whole lot of different mechanics that there are people that know and are trustworthy enough to take care of them. But they, in fact, have been, I don't know, in my case, I've been held prisoner. It looks almost like, when I put all the squares together, almost like a detention camp or a concentration camp with chemical and biological weaponry used, being the relationships sent purposely into my pathway, my life path, to derail me from where I needed to be. And I'm not sure if it's tied into this changeover from having a tangible good with royalties being paid as a safety measure to protect the people from the state with a place to go to. I'm not quite sure, but it seems that people are going to great lengths to make changes where in really dangerous, like if I look at my square on the wall, it looks like they just take out post-it notes and make new holes, and they're not replacing them with the correct features. I can tell they're not replacing them with the right features based on the treatment of my arrival. I have 4 children. In this universe, in this world, the humans have said on television and on radio, FM, AM, and by conversation, things about something called a Y2K, a Mayan calendar, there being a short and a long count, and several other pieces. I know Alex and I, he's like, I don't know, I don't really define him. He's an infinity child, because of the way that we are outside of, or just secretly together, in the sense of he was born on a special timing, biological timing mechanic with myself, and pointed towards Veterans Memorial Day in physicality and in special realm of physics. I don't even know. I mean, like is it super quantum, super quanta? It's hard. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais pas. Non so. I'm not quite sure how to linguistically pronounce it, but I shouldn't have to, because there are people that know just how things have been changing, and that I'm caught somewhere in some lesser grade system, and they put me behind bars for a 24-hour period. Now they want to now they have me out on some holding paper, and yesterday one guy said I violated something. I have no idea what that's about, but it's moving to a JP1. I don't know what that's about, but again, this is this local system. I should not be in this system. This is not, I'm not this kind of lawbreaker. And these are these ridiculous laws to like get statistics on something else, like a comptroller. You're trolling for nickels and dimes and pennies in importance, and you are completely wiping out huge safety measures. And it's really, really daunting of a task to sit here by myself knowing that I've been treated in such a derelict manner, and it's getting worse because the numbers are gathering on the other side, and they've already made campaigns and things to make me feel like I'm the one who hurt them somehow. But if you look at it in actuality, they have the numbers that are increasing, and I don't even see numbers of my own anymore. I mean, they're completely gone from the local area. So this gets confusing. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cataruzza. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And that goes back to the Disney Princess library that I had bought myself with my own compensation that I pay taxes on, and then I paid sales tax on. Then there was some royalty that was paid somehow, and however the state pays that out. But I don't know why I'm not protected. I don't pay for streaming service here, and again, I don't know what the changeover was and how to get to something safe, but they kind of cut off the avenues of you even being able to safely educate yourself, because everybody now is this like educated financier, entrepreneur, philanthropist, but they're giving all of the wrong information to certain people to keep themselves safe. They're telling the wrong story purposely to further their agenda. This is dangerous. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cataruzza.